Hi, my name is Taylor Christensen, and I will be answering the question, can lean production be successful with ABC costing? In this presentation, I will be taking material from the article ABC and Value Stream Costing in Tandem from Strategic Finance. I will be going over lean production, ABC costing, pros and cons of using them together, and giving an example of using lean production and ABC costing together successfully. First, let's start off with lean production. What is it? Lean production uses value chains, and a value chain is comprised of all the activities that lead to a specific output of a firm. Lean production seeks to eliminate all non-value adding activities. So an example of this would be inventory that's being held. It's not actively adding any value to a firm. Now the article uses the terms value stream costing. Value stream costing is a form of lean production. It uses entire value chains instead of focusing on the individual activities. For this presentation, we will solely use lean production to describe all value stream costing or terms associated in the article. Now I included a picture of lean meat on this slide because as a foods teacher, when I first heard lean production, I thought of lean meat. Just like lean meat is limited in the amount of fat or excess that is not adding healthy energy to our bodies, lean production does not have excess that is not adding value to the firm. Next up is ABC costing. ABC costing identifies cost drivers of a firm and uses them to assign costs to specific activities that incur these costs directly, instead of simply spreading overhead evenly over all activities. Now, why don't companies use this more frequently? Because it's very expensive and time intensive to identify specific cost drivers and assign them to all the individual activities. Now, the pros and cons of using lean production and ABC costing together is in the article. A specific quote from Gary Kokens is that he suggested that managers could use lean accounting to focus on operational improvement, while ABC could be used strategically to better understand the drivers of company profitability. Now, the cons of using them together is some people argue that lean production eliminates batch sizes. When they do this, transactions increase, or the number of transactions increase. When this happens, the ABC system becomes more expensive and more complex. However, in the next slide, as we see, Linux, this is the company that used the two successfully together. Linux is a family-owned company with headquarters in Denmark. This is what the article said about them. They focus on linear actuators. Now, I didn't know what a linear actuator was when I first read the article, but the definition is what they do is they electronically change the level or position of, among other things, tables, chairs, workstations, beds, solar panels, and industrial and agricultural equipment. And there are a picture of the actual actuators that Linux makes in the slide. And how Linux made lean production ABC costing work is that they separated their processes into segments instead of individual activities. This simplified their labor tracking. This made it easier to identify specific activities and then use those costs associated with them. With their ABC model, they created it with the entire top management team. And each year, they meet for only one day to identify the cost drivers and update the cost drivers. They understand that this leads to a little bit of inaccuracy, but they're willing to take that to limit the time, and they feel like their numbers are pretty accurate as far as just using one day. They're also pretty flexible. Instead of leaning with just all of the rules of lean production or all of the rules of ABC, costing, ABC, the ABC system, they take the parts that work specifically and the best for their company. What we can learn from this is that whatever management tools we use in a company, the best thing we can do is take the parts of each tool that works for our company. It's also important to adapt our processes so we can grow and learn.